everyone, welcome back to the course on Chemical Reaction Engineering 1. Myself Neethi Mehta, Assistant Professor at Chemical Engineering Department, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So let's just start our today's session, which is based on kinetics of chemical reaction. In our previous session, we know that we have covered what is the meaning of term conversion, and we have seen what are various methods to analyze kinetic data, right? Integral method of analysis, differential method of analysis, half-life method, Ostwald method, and so on. And we have seen the steps how we can proceed in integral method of analysis and how we can proceed with differential method of analysis, right? Now, in today's session, we will move ahead with integral method of analysis and try to determine a relationship using integral method of analysis. So, let's just start our today's session. So, as you can see, the first topic associated with integral method of analysis is irreversible unimolecular type first order reaction, right? See, it is said to be irreversible because it is one dimensional reaction. Reactant are converting itself into desired product. No decomposition of product into reactant is taking place. That's why it is irreversible. Unimolecular because only one reactant or only one component is taking place in the reaction, right? So, it is irreversible unimolecular. 1 mole is getting converted into 1 mole of product. First order reaction. Since 1 mole is occupied to give you 1 mole of product, that's why it is termed as first order system, right? So, let us see what is irreversible unimolecular type first order reaction. For doing this particular derivation, we need to start with assumption. So, our first assumption is, let us consider the given reaction as A, which is our given reactant, which is getting converted into product, right? Now, suppose it's needed to test for the first order system, right? We just, as we said that it is a first order system. Now, let us just check how it responds. So, writing its rate equation. Rate of disappearance of A, right? Whenever we are talking about rate of disappearance of A, it means how much amount of your reactant is getting converted into product with respect to time, correct? So, rate of disappearance of A can be written as minus RA. Minus sign denotes the declining amount of your reactant. As reactant is getting consumed, so amount will be decreasing with respect to time, right? That's why it is written as minus RA. Now, minus RA equals to minus dCA by dt. CA is concentration of A at the given time. So, how your given concentration is changing with respect to time, that's why it is written as dCA by dt. Change in concentration of your given component or reactant A with respect to time, right? So, it is minus RA equals to minus dCA by dt. Now, this is again equals to rate constant K into Ca, which is concentration of A, right? Now, for this particular reaction, what we need to do is, now just we need to separate out the terms and integrate it for the given limit. So, just separate it like dCA by Ca equals to K into dt. In the same way, we are doing minus dCA, bring Ca in the denominator place here and take dt to the K in this particular place. So, it will be written as minus dCA by Ca equals to K into dt. Now, applying the limits, limit for Ca, initial concentration is Ca0 to Ca. Ca0 is initial concentration of A and Ca is concentration of A at any given time. So now if you can see here, we have applied the limit for Ca. For dt, time can be from 0 to t. 0 to t, why? Because 0 is the time when reaction has not started and t is the time which denote that at any given time when you need to determine the concentration of that particular component, right? Suppose after 10 minutes of reaction you need to determine concentration of your reactant. So T will be 10, 0 to 10. If you need to determine concentration of A after 15 minutes, so time will be 0 to 15, right? So depending on our need, we can vary T in this particular place. Now once you apply the limit and integrate it, we know that dCA by Ca is, dCA by Ca is minus ln Ca, right? So once you apply the limit, it is converted into minus ln Ca by Ca0. Integrating and applying limit, it is converted into minus ln Ca by Ca0 equals to K. Integration of 0 to t dt is T. So it will be K into T. So this is our final expression for irreversible unimolecular type first order reaction using integral method of analysis. Now let us see how does it look. If you need to express it in terms of conversion Xa, it can be written as dxa by dt equals to K 1 minus Xa, and again integrating the same term you will be getting minus ln 1 minus Xa equals to Kt, right? So just separate dxa upon 1 minus Xa integrated from 0 to Xa and here 0 to t. So integration of 1 minus Xa, and after applying the limit it will be minus ln 1 minus Xa equals to Kt. This is the graph which belongs to first order system. As you can see, it will be a straight line starting from the origin, right? So this is irreversible unimolecular type first order reaction. Now let us proceed with the second derivation, which is irreversible bimolecular type second order reaction. In this particular reaction, what we are saying that two reactant or two different reactants are combining together to form desired product, right? So we are considering two different reactant A and reactant B are combining together to form the desired product. M not equals to 1 refers to initial concentration Ca0 by Cb0 is not equal for both the components, right? If Ca0 and Cb0 are equal, then M equals to 1 and we can directly use 2A giving product. But in this case, as we are saying that initial concentration of both the reactants are different, that's why we need to specify M not equals to 1. And what is M? M is basically initial molar concentration of reactant, right? Initial molar concentration of our reactant. Now considering the reaction A plus B giving product, we need to write rate expression for the given reaction. So again writing minus Ra equals to minus dCA by dt, which can again be equated in the terms of B as minus dCb by dt, which is equals to KCA into Cb, right? Now the amount of A and B that have reacted at any given time is Ca0Xa. We know that Ca0Xa is the total amount of component which has converted into product. So minus Ra equals to Ca0 dxa by dt can be written, and using this we can substitute the value in this given equation and can write this equation as K into Ca0 minus Ca0Xa, and instead of writing Cp we can write Cb0 minus Ca0Xa. Now what we need to do is we need to go and use the value of this Cb0. We need to replace this Cb0 from this part. So it can be written as M, which I already told you, M is our initial molar concentration of reactant, right? So M is represented by CB0 by CA0. So it can be written as minus RA equals to CA0 dXA by dt, or it can be written as K CA0 whole square, because we have taken CB0 by CA0 as M here, and M is the constant value because initial concentration of your given reactant is going to be constant at any given time, right? Whatever number of moles of A and B you have taken at starting of reaction will remain constant. So M is a constant entity here, and it can be written as K CA0 square 1 minus XA M minus XA. Now we just need to separate it out and integrate within the given limits. Since it is in terms of XA, so we need to integrate it from 0 to XA. Now once you do that, we need to use partial fraction method here, and then we need to integrate it. So final resultant will be in the form of ln 1 minus xb upon 1 minus xa, which is again equals to ln m minus xa upon m minus m into 1 minus xa, or in terms of concentration it can be written as ln CbCa0 upon Cb0 into Ca, right. So this is the final expression which is used to represent irreversible bimolecular type second order reaction for m not equals to 1. It means for the case when initial molar concentration of both the reactant are different, right. Let us see the graph of this particular case. So as you can see here, if you are plotting it for ln Cb by Ca versus time, it will have some intercept which is ln Cb0 by Ca0, or in simplest form it is ln of m, right, ln of initial molar concentration of your reactant. And if you are going to plot it for ln m minus xa upon m into 1 minus xa, then it will be in the form of straight line starting from the origin, right. So this is all about the first order and second order reaction using integral method of analysis. I just hope the topics which we have covered today is quite clear to you. Thank you.